What's good, people? It's your boy Krrbbz out here, back at again with another video. Well, I'm just gonna get into it. Uh, let's look at the summary of this account. So I took a trade yesterday. I was supposed to make a video about it, but I was so sick. It's just like my energy just fell right through it. But as you guys can see, we're already up. I don't know. How many percent is this? Probably like 3%. Cause yeah, we're 3,000 in profit. Yeah, we're in profit about 3,000 with this 100K account. And the two trades I took was yesterday. This one. These are classic supply and demand. Like I've been doing this for a little bit now. So I saw this demand zone on yesterday at what 10:30. I think what I did yesterday, since it was bank holiday, I didn't really want to take anything yesterday, but I took a chance on GJ because like the setup is just too good. Supply. There's a demand right here. Right? There's a demand right here. Big push, very very much aggressive. You know, these are gaps that needs to be filled in. And what I did was like I woke up at 6. I was like, yeah, like looking at GJ. I didn't really want to trade until this thing hit, so I went back to sleep. And then right when I wake up, literally it was right there at like 10:30, and then I took a trade. I was like, okay, this thing is going up already. Took a trade on this engulfing right here. The previous candle was the opposing candle, and then it just went and reject this demand zone. So it's going towards. I already knew that it's going towards to the upside. So I took a chance. Boom. Cleared in for a 1-to-1. Somewhere over here, this is a 1-to-1, and then officially close everything right around this. All right. So my second trade my next trade is today. Looks about the same. You know what I mean? Like if you look at this, like I was kind of contemplating because I look at this as one of the major highs, but I saw a high right here as well, so I took that as a break of structure to the upside with a big push. Very very much aggressive. It looks the same as yesterday's trade, right? So I took a chance. I was like, this is really good, and really just like follow my game plan, right? Like I see a break of structure if it's trending to the upside. This thing was kind of consolidating London session, but once again, bro, like it's all about probabilities and how much conviction you have in your strategy. So I was like, yeah, like I saw this aggressive push to the upside. So once it taps in over here back in 6:20, 6:15, yeah. And I was looking at this candle right over here. It rejected, and I was like, okay, this is a big push. I already am contemplating if I should get in, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just buy and look for a 1-to-1, and that's literally what I did. And look what happened. I was looking for this liquidity to get taken out, and I was pretty much right. But 1-to-1 gives me a consistent, profit. So I took it off, pretty much 80%, and just let it run for a little bit, and it hits, and that's it. And yeah, like supply and demand is pretty much that's my game plan, right? Like what I do is, I look for a trending setup, but like checking your bias might be different. Like how I see it is gonna be different than how you see it. For me, sometimes I use higher time frame confirmation, yeah, to actually look at the overall bias, right? Like looking at this, uh looking at this on a 1 hour is just, I see big pushes to the upside, giving me indications that like he likes to break structures to the upside, like main highs. And that's what, and going down to pretty much in lower time frames, I see that as well. So like I am very quick in terms of trying to find the bias. I don't want to overthink it. Whatever makes sense, like for me, I just go 1 hour 15 minute and look for like break of structures to the upside, and really just go from that. I don't want to overthink it because you don't really know what the market's gonna do. Like even though it's trending, you might be going down, faking you out, right? But since I have a since I've been doing this for a long time and I have collected data, the way I see the market and the way I read the market on my own, like it works for me. So I think that's what you need to find as a trader, is that you need a certain amount of time every single day for you to just improve on trying to find how you see the bias and how you see and execute, how you can execute every single day. And every single day you should be improving how you read your bias on the most easiest way though. Like you don't want to read your bias and then like overcomplicate it and using like 10 other confluences for you to even place a trade. Once again, bro, if you place a trade, bro, that's the only outcome that's the only thing that you're gonna do. Like you don't want to overthink this because it all runs upon probabilities, bro. Like you don't want to overthink this because there's only two outcomes: either you win or you lose. It's literally calculated gambling. You don't want too much confluences because like what happens if you have too much confluences and you're wrong, like, and that's the same thing if you're right. You have too much confluence, like you're overthinking it, like, and that's gonna lead you to a path where you don't even want to trade because it's too hard. Trading needs to be simple, and you need to find a strategy that is simply matches your personality. Like for me, I like to just, sometimes I don't even look at bias. Sometimes I just look at what makes sense, what literally broke structure recently in the London, or just right around before New York session. My New York session is literally 6:30, and whatever break structure near London, I mean near New York session open, that's my bias. You know what I mean? Like I look at this earlier. This broke structure to the downside. Boom. I marked this out as a break of structure. But what actually makes sense over here? I went to 1 hour, and I was like, yeah, 1 hour seems to be more ideal because there's a lot of rejection over here. Plus, we have this big movement right over here going up. So what's my bias? Upwards, right? I'm bullish. So like don't overthink your bias, and if you have a strategy that tells you your bias, like, just if you have if you have a collected data with your strategy, you want to even overthink this. But that's the thing, you need a good amount of time for you to improve and for you to actually trust your bias reading and trust your strategy in order for you to consistently win. I can't tell you like when I took this trade, I can't tell you that I'm gonna be right or wrong. Like I would consider even losing, even though I'm right in bias. You know what I mean? So it's a game of probabilities. I would always consider, if I lose, I would only lose less. You know what I mean? Like I would risk 1% in this. Uh, if I lose, I would risk less. Even put my stop loss like right right where it makes sense. Yeah, and I think that when I lose it, I think it's gonna like once it taps over here, yeah, it's the other way. It's the opposite side, right? But it respected it, and I just followed my game plan, and that's what you are supposed to do, right? And yeah, like this is the most consistent for me. You know what I mean? Like the other trade I had on Friday, I think. Like look at this. I literally just followed my game plan, and look what happened right after. You know what I mean? So there's no way for me to know if it's gonna go up or down. Like if you just ignore this part, what I did was like, okay, I woke up at I don't know, 6, and then I saw this supply zone. It went, we're clearly wanting to go downwards. Why? Because we keep breaking structure to the downside. Okay, keep breaking structure. Oh, someone's calling me, bro. My bad. Yeah, we literally keep breaking structure to the downside before New York session, and I saw this supply zone, and I took it. Right, so boom, it tapped into this supply zone, and right before it faked me out, I closed 1-to-1. Right, I'm just following my plan. It's literally look for supply and demand, tap into the zone, look for an engulfing, enter it engulfing, look for 1-to-1, and then close 80% on 1-to-1. Let it run. If you think, if my intuition is telling me, yo, close, because of the market experience I have, I'm gonna close. You know what I mean? Like you need market experience before you can even say you're profitable, man. Cause if you're just like here for the next, if you think you're gonna be profitable for the next 3-4 months, that's not enough market experience, because the market is so like so volatile, and it fluctuates so much that the uncertainty is like, it's how can I say this, like it's guaranteed. The uncertainty is guaranteed, which means every single day it's a unique market. You know what I mean? For you to even consider your strategy to be in a probable or profitable phase, you need a good experience in the market and experience the uniqueness of the market for you to even tell that you have a good intuition of the market, so that when you are in certain situations like this, you would know, you would trust your intuitions. Because look at what happened. I took a sell on the supply because I saw a break structure, and there's a gap, and that's all my game plan. That's all I know, is to follow my game plan. I entered the engulfing, set my stop loss there, 1-to-1, and look what happened. It faked people out right after I took that 1-to-1, and then it went down again, and then look what happened. Boom. So that market intuition helped me out so much in losing, and it literally decreased my losses because of the amount of time I improved myself towards my market experience. You know, when I say market experience, you should be continually learning about the market. You know, you should be journaling, or even imagining, visualizing what is the perfect entry for you, and the perfect take profit, and the perfect execution every single day and every trade you make. But the whole point of this is thinking probabilities and not focusing on the outcome, and not even focusing on the past, and really just following the game plan, but improving your game plan to the T, because you're the only ones who can learn you're the only one who can learn your game plan. No one else. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people asking me and DMing me on Instagram like, "Yo, what do you think? Who's the best strategy? What's the best strategy?" There's no such thing as best strategy. You have to really learn yourself. You have to know and what fits you, and you gotta fit that strategy to your personality, bruh. Like that's it. That's that's the only thing I can advise you to do. Like for me, I have other confluences in my mind because I learned from other mentors. You know, like I didn't buy no course to learn this. I literally just observe how people trade, like ICT. I learned from that, and I had the experience with that. I learned from TJR, just the videos. I'm literally just obsessed with compiling videos and learning from them and filtering out the bullshit. That's it. You have to be like a little bit a little bit obsessed with really improving and not really caring if you make money or not. Because the moment you worship money, the moment you forget the skill. You know, like if you really need money, bro, go have a taste in, like, go find a job and have a taste of money. You know what I mean? Because if you don't know the meaning of money, you're getting into trading, brother, like you're just serving yourself failure. You know what I mean? When people say money's fake, it's because the skill is more valuable than the paper. That's what that's what they meant. Which means you need to improve the skill and really be obsessed with the skill of and improving the skill and embracing the failures and not even care if you win and if you lose, because the process is more important than money, bro. if if you're confused why you're losing and you're losing money, it's because you don't know what money is. Because you're focused on money, you're focused on the digits, you're looking up blue profits as if that's, you're putting that into the pedestal. You can't do that, bro. If you really want to trade and consider yourself a real trader, yeah, it's good to like post it, it's good to like do that, but yeah, I post mine on Instagram, and I'm sharing my journey with this account, but I don't care about that. What I care more is when I place a trade. What I care more is, can I do this per, can it follow my game plan perfectly? That's what I'm focused on, because that is the skill. And that skill, if I perfect that, that's gonna lead me to earn money. But I'm not focused on money, right? And for you to be rich in any type of business, bro, you must be serving other people or serving the way you improve your skill. There's only two ways, right? Like in business, that's what you're gonna do. You're serving other people. In trading, you're serving yourself. It's being in good mind and being good shape mentally for you to follow the best execution in your game plan. Okay, so that's literally it, bro. Like, there's no like secret sauce on this. Like, I literally just followed my game plan and look for a 1-to-1, close it most of the 80% of my profit, unrealized profit, and turn it into a real profit. And look at this. I didn't know I was gonna get wicked out, but I closed it right before it stopped me out. Right, I closed like 1-to-1, and that's $1,000 in a day. Right, with just 1,000. With 100K. So like just being real. Like the hardest part about trading is realizing that you're not there yet. Like there's two phases. One is learning about your strategy and really getting confidence and looking at your strategy if you're profitable. Second is scaling. It's when you already have a profitable system, right? And if you're still in the like unprofitable phase where you're just trying to find strategies and you should be expecting to lose, but every single day you should be trading to the point where you can find the best strategy for you, where you can focus on where you can trade that every day, that strategy. And then once you found that strategy and have a consistent months, and really you're pretty much consistent in your demo, or like having a live account, go get funded, you know what I mean? And that's what you, and there's also parts where you have to get used to the numbers, and it's gonna affect you psychologically. Like you have to get used to like big numbers, like $1,000, $2,000, even 10K. You know what I mean? So for you to scale, it's a slow process, but you have to learn fast, and you need to adapt every single day, and really learn every single day. You have to find something to learn about every single day, because if you slack, and if you just like half it, like half ass it, like you're not gonna like do well in terms of that's why there's people that can learn this like for 5 years and be profitable in the next 6 year. And there's people like me who can learn this quickly, because I learn every single fail. Every time I fail and every time I win, I learn from it every single day. And I think of it every single day. And I write it down. I have journals, literally full of journals, bro. Every single day, I think about business, and my life is all about business. I have other businesses. I have a clothing brand that I'm working on. I have a resort back in Philippines that I'm working on. I'm a barber. And that's what giving me that momentum to learn more in every aspect of business. Bro, and I'm working out physically. Gains. Like, all of these aspects improve you mentally, physically, even spiritually. I've been getting into, reading the Bible, because I'm a Christian. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be the best version of yourself every single day. And you have to live a life like this. Live a life that is successful. If you're just trading because you just want money, bro, that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong way to go about it. You can't be successful like that. Eventually you understand. You know what I mean? But that's pretty much it, like this basic supply and demand, right? Like, the strategy is literally easy, break the structure in 5 minutes, and then you look for a demand or supply, boom. The last candle before the big push, boom. Return and retrace back to that last candle, boom. And then if you see an engulfing is another candle that, so it literally looks like this, like a candle and then another candle that pushes up after this demand. Okay, and enter it from that, and look for 1-to-1, 50% or 80%. Close it, and then maybe if you're a better trader than me, then you look for 1-to-something, 1-to-4, right? But this is the most consistent for me. So yeah, that's the strategy. That's the psychology I have. My insights, and yeah, like, go do this. Go find your strategy, and we'll see you in the next trades. Peace out.